In the year 2026, attention has become the most expensive oil on the planet, yet most people are letting it leak through meaningless, chaotic screams. The digital world is a cacophony of algorithms fighting for your soul, creating a fog where truth is lost in the relentless surge of useless data. Look closely at the crowd. Their eyes are no longer windows to the soul, but mirrors reflecting 1,000 notifications that never seem to stop ringing. While the masses are busy proving their existence through noise, they are unknowingly falling into a trap of distraction that drains their mental bank accounts. The crowd is spending their attention like bankrupt fools. They forget that every distraction is a debt, and every silent moment is a net asset. The modern world demands your reaction, your anger, and your voice. But in this era of noise, the loudest person in the room is often the weakest. But there is a hidden group of individuals operating on a different frequency. They have installed a new operating system, the protocol of silence. They do not seek to be heard by the masses. They understand that power is not found in the shout, but in the calculated absence of sound. To master your reality, you must first master the void. You must learn how to let the noise of the world vanish into the darkness. In this space, the distractions of 2026 cannot reach you. Here, the mind regains its edge and the strategy begins to take its true shape. The noise ends here. The protocol begins now. Prepare to enter the mind of those who rule through the sheer force of their strategic stillness. Silence is not the absence of information. It is a data embargo. It is the ultimate shield for those who know the value of their thoughts. In a high-stakes negotiation, the person who remains silent is the one who extracts the most value. They listen while others bleed their secrets dry. When you speak, you give away power. When you remain quiet, you force the world to reveal its hand. This is the art of asymmetric information. Every word you withhold is a resource saved. Every sentence you simplify is a strategic move towards total dominance in a world of chatter. The silent protocol is built on the foundation of architectural precision. It is the ability to fit the pieces of your life together without friction. This is the superconductivity of information. In the silence, ideas flow without resistance, reaching their destination with total efficiency and zero wasted energy. The elite do not need to broadcast their plans. They allow their results to make the noise while they remain hidden in the shadows of execution. Your internal system must be quiet to be effective. A noisy engine is an inefficient one. A silent mind is a weapon of mass precision. Control the flow of your data. If they don't know what you're thinking, they cannot predict your next move. Uncertainty is your greatest leverage. Most people suffer from constant data leakage. They post their wins, their losses, and their breakfast, giving the world a map to their weaknesses. Stop leaking your power. The more you say, the more common you appear. The less you reveal, the more mysterious and valuable you become. Treat your intentions like a high-security vault. Only the worthy should have the key, and even then, only to the rooms you choose to show. Your influence should be like a drop of ink in clear water, subtle, elegant, and impossible to ignore once it begins to spread through the system. The walk of the elite is silent. They move through the world without disturbing the air, yet they leave a permanent mark on the landscape. Time works differently when you are silent. You are no longer racing against the clock. You are the one who dictates the rhythm of the game. Strategic stillness is not passive. It is the most active state of being. It is the calm before the storm that reshapes the entire world. A silent mind can see things that a noisy one misses. It acts as a perfect lens, focusing all energy into a single devastating point. When you are quiet, your actions carry more weight. A single move from a silent man can cause a ripple that spans across entire industries. Nature's most effective predators are the quietest. They do not growl to intimidate. They remain silent until the moment the target is within reach. Learn to absorb the noise around you. Use it as a cloak. Let the world scream while you move toward your objective with chilling silence. Mastery of stillness means you are unshakable. Whether the world is cheering or cursing, your internal state remains as flat and cold as ice. The machines of the elite do not grind, they glide. Their wealth and power are built on systems that operate with zero friction and zero noise. Their time is not spent, it is invested. While the crowd sells their hours for noise, the silent architect buys back their freedom with every quiet second. Strategic absence creates desire. By not being everywhere, you become the thing everyone wants. By not saying everything, your words become the gold standard. The king moves in silence. He does not need to justify his path. He simply occupies the space that was already destined to be his. Withdraw from the unnecessary. The world will try to pull you into its drama. Close the curtains. Your energy is too valuable to be shared. When you become still, the world around you begins to settle. You become the gravity that pulls others into your orbit without saying a word. This is the high signal, zero noise lifestyle. You strip away the garbage until only the pure essence of your purpose remains visible and sharp. The most powerful connections require the least amount of words. When you operate at this level, trust is immediate and the cost of action is zero. Your silence is a filter. It scares away the weak and attracts the strong. Only those who can handle the quiet deserve to hear your thoughts. Find your true north in the quiet. The noise is a compass that points everywhere and nowhere. Silence is the only map that leads to the top. In the depth of your silence, you find your greatest strength. It is a gravity that cannot be broken by the petty storms of the digital era. Be the trunk, not the leaves. The leaves make the noise, but the trunk holds the power. Let the world shake. You remain deeply rooted. To be silent is to be unshakable. It is the declaration that nothing outside of you has the power to disturb your internal kingdom. Integrity is the superconductivity of the soul. It allows reputation and wealth to flow through you at the speed of light without any friction. A man's word used to be his bond. For the elite, it still is. They don't need 1,000 lawyers when a single promise carries the weight of gold. When you are silent, your word becomes rare. And in any economy, rarity creates value. When you finally speak, the world stops to listen. Honor is the currency of the shadow architects. They do not play games of hide and seek. They use their reputation to buy back their time. True power is timeless. It does not need to trend on social media or win a popularity contest. It simply exists, cold and eternal like stone. There is a warmth in the silence of a man who knows his value. He does not need the cold light of a screen to feel alive. Integrity eliminates the need for explanation. Your life is the evidence. Your results are the only testimony you will ever need to provide. The architects of shadow do not seek fame. They seek influence. Fame is for those who want to be seen. Influence is for those who rule. They build empires in the quiet moments between the screams of the world. While others are busy talking, they are busy creating the future. Every secret you keep is a brick in the wall of your fortress. Every promise you keep is the foundation that makes that wall unbreakable. Knowledge is only power when it is private. The moment you share it with everyone, it loses its edge. Keep your best insights for the elite. Can you stand your own company in the silence? Most people run to noise because they are afraid of what they might hear in the quiet. The key to the kingdom is not found in the crowd. It is found in the lonely hours of deep work and the silent discipline of the master. Integrity removes the friction of legal battles. When your reputation is flawless, people don't look at the contract, they look at your eyes. This is the golden integrity. It is the highest form of human technology. It allows for the instantaneous transfer of trust and massive amounts of capital. The doors of the world open for the silent man. He doesn't need to knock. The world recognizes the weight of his presence and steps aside. Do you have the courage to be nobody so that you can become the architect? Most people are too addicted to the spotlight to ever rule. Rise above the noise. The air is thinner up here and the silence is deafening, but the view is only available to those who can fly alone. The protocol is coming to an end, but for you, it is only the beginning. The world is waiting for your next move. Make it in silence. Do not leave empty praises. We do not need an audience. We need those who operate on our frequency. The silent are the true rulers. If you choose to install the operating system of silence, you must be prepared to lose the approval of the noisy. It is a small price. Turn off the lights. Turn off the notifications. Find the void where your true power lives and stay there until you are ready to strike. Listen to the silence. It is telling you everything you need to know about who you really are when the world isn't watching you. Your reputation is the only lever that matters in the long game. Build it in the dark, and it will support you in the light. The architect is watching, not to judge, but to see who is capable of the discipline required to join the ranks of the silent elite. If you have understood the code, if you are ready to stop being a victim of the noise, then it is time to confirm your entry. Do not follow the crowd. They are headed for the cliff of distraction. Stay back. Stay quiet. Stay focused on the prize that never fades. Confirm your status. Type the code, stillness. Let us know that you are one of the few who can master the gravity of the quiet. This is Compound Core. We deal in the fundamentals of power. The protocol is now complete. The rest is up to your silence. End of protocol. Go forth and rule your world without a single sound. The silence is your weapon. Use it wisely and forever.